So welcome back to Happy Home Paradise. I have a feeling that we're on the tail end of unlocking things. Just because last time, they were like, you can do the next thing all on your own with your own theme and everything. But also, come to think of it, there's a few buildings on this island we haven't even touched yet. So, I don't know. That's what happens when you go in blind. Today I want to show off this little thing right here. Oh yeah, I'm making some sales calls. Guess I gotta do it again. You're ready to work with VIP clients, because you have to pay for them. Sure, let's contact an amiibo friend. Please ready the amiibo of the client you reach. This is the amiibo for Bob. Hi, numbers, but oh my god, that username after the last stream. Okay, I know you weren't there because this is your first time and welcome. We haven't quite started the decorating yet. I only just started the stream a minute ago and scanned in Bob as a viewer request. But on the last stream, we had to make a home themed around numbers, and it turned into a whole underground casino where we worship the Dark Cube. It's great. That VOD's up on the YouTube side of things for the curious types. It's just very ironic that you're here now. You're welcome. Alright, Bob is here. And it's neat. Bob is thinking that the vacation home could be a blooming indoor garden thing. Huh, okay, I thought the way she made it sound the last time, I thought I was gonna now have the chance to, like, make a suggestion. But I guess not quite yet. Maybe not with Amiibo clients. Who knows how that whole thing works. Still figuring things out. You can see from the map how far we are along in this whole home planning process. Fast backward, since you're here and you suggested Bob, I'll take any input that you might have on his indoor garden home. Or at least the outdoor portion of it. That's what we're picking now. I know you can reuse the same tile as many times as you want. I get that. But I'm just kind of making it a personal thing to not do that immediately. So that's how we got A1, B1, C1. I'm not sure what memes you're talking about or what the obvious choice is. B1, B2, F2, D. B2, I'm gonna stop reading the numbers out loud now because you can. Oh, that. So you're thinking G1 then. With actual stone. Or is there a more stoner type place? This is kind of stony. So is this island, but I gave it to Mallory. There's this island with stones off the side. Oh, well, if you want 3 stars, that's... after the 2.0 update, Isabelle is a lot better at giving specific feedback around it. I had just started a new island during the 2.0 update, so I was able to notice a difference between how she originally was. So one thing she might say is you need to have different types of fruit, which means going off island to find some, or getting lucky with villagers giving it to you, or other stuff. There's also flower variety, placing some fencing once Tom Nook gives it to you, placing furniture outside in general. The game obviously can't critique where you place the furniture or how, but they can tell how much is on the island. So the more you place, the more likely you are to get it. So anyway, did you in fact mean this island full of stones? I mean, sounds like a plan. You can't wait. You would have said that no matter what, but, you know. Oh, you can't choose between the first story or the second story. Both sound good. I mean, my personal input, before I throw it to you guys in chat, is that if we're looking to get high, he needs a second story. But if you have a strong motivation for a one-story home, then I'll hear it. Yeah, 2 stories equals more stuff we can do, plus I made that joke. So, like, gotta be. We were going to the island. Oh, also the other thing about flowers is you want to make sure that you have the different breeds of flowers. You don't really need to crossbreed and get hybrid colors, but if you just keep planting your island's native flower, I don't think you'll get any. So my native flower was tulips. So I got some cosmos and some roses and some pansies and basically all of them. Alright, well, it's an indoor garden, but we can still do something with the exterior. Got some basic wooden furniture. Oh, we can put a little tent out here. Oh, floral. That matches. Any ideas you guys have about Bob's home at any point in time, just throw them out. I'll be checking in on chat, of course. And in the meantime, I'm just gonna keep throwing stuff wherever I see fit. I got plenty of this stuff. Wonder why Hypno KK is his song choice. It's an interesting. Alright, to the everything column. Maybe the salsa, because they often carry the flower in their mouth. Final corner. I see your journey is coming along. What else would Bob appreciate? Or maybe some jail bars. I gotta get a little greenery somehow, right? It's not a lot of greenery in the stone section. Why not double down with the gazebo? It's the amiibo gazebo. It's basically Fire Emblem 3 houses. Actually, this one kind of looks like that one. So the pergola is an entrance. Oh man, you really can't put it that close to the house. That's as close as I can get it. Then we can have the amiibo gazebo over here. It looks the same no matter which way I turn it. Why not? But you can go to the house, you can go to the... Oh, you can go to the little campy area. And what would he like by his campy area? Well, to be fair, the red one would not be the native one alone. You always get red, yellow, and white of whatever your native flower is. It was just whichever flower was there when you arrived. Like, when you had to make houses for your first villagers, you would have had to move up to the cliffs to get flowers for the first time and make wreaths. Whatever those were. About that Muso game and the... Oh yeah, we can talk about the direct a bit during this stream. Fishing hole. Okay, we do have access to a fishing rod. I used it in Egbert's house, too. And there's plenty of opportunities to fish, and he is a cat. Ooh, purple. Warner right here's got good ocean access. Is there like a fishing chair? Time to find out. This lawn chair's kind of fishing-y. Oh wait, outdoor folding chair. That's totally the fishing kind. What am I saying? There's no other option. Black frame. See if I can get that same purple going on. No, there's no purple. Well, I do have pattern. We'll just find a very Bob pattern. Purple there. Oh my god, like a stained glass pattern on a canvas chair makes it. Or we could go more flowers. Try that. Kind of like a little something for that. Sure, there's gotta be like a soda can. The chair or the stool? This particular stool? Oh. Okay, yeah, it can be green. Whoops. Trying to go back to... trying to go back to here and find that drink to put... Oh, here we go. Here's our drink option. Strawberry soda. Bottled beverage. Maybe we can make this look like a soda. Like, it does say cola on the label. You just have to make the beverage look like it. Lime. Or... Grape soda, the pattern. Green soda, and then like a line label to match. That looks cozy. Okay, so I don't think I can do any paving here. It's all rock. Right? Yeah, there's gonna be no pavement options, so that's one less thing to think about. Still add fencing where appropriate. Or stone. Back there. Congrats on your corner progress. I'll see you in the distant future. You know what else is coming in the future? Fire Emblem 3 Houses, Warriors 3 Hope. As one of the many things at that direct. Now, it's not the most exciting announcement of the whole direct, and it was a bit odd that it wasn't a mainline Fire Emblem game after the times that passed since 3 Houses. Like, a lot of people were anticipating that, it hasn't been a full 5 years since 3 Houses or anything. But I know a lot of people were thinking it was remake time, something that wouldn't necessarily take as long to put out as another 3 Houses. So, as far as mainline Fire Emblem goes, no one really got anything. Although we still could this year. Nothing precluding it. But I played every route in 3 Houses. And I 100%ed Age of Calamity. And the DLC packs. I think it's safe to say I'm picking up that one. Like I said, with Age of Calamity, it was more of a prequel. Not exactly, but I can't say more without spoiling things. But it was positioned as a prequel. Events that took place before the calamity that ravaged Hyrule that led to Breath of the Wild. Three Hopes, though, seems like an alternate timeline situation. Just because you have all 3 house leaders. Theoretically, they're all working towards the same objective this time with that new enemy that was introduced. It wasn't in 3 Houses. Age of Calamity is much, much, much easier. For one, there's no achievements. So if you consider achievements part of the 100%ing, you don't need to worry about that with Age of Calamity. I never really go for achievements anyway, because a lot of them are just grindy. Let me try and get back on track with the house for a second. What else? We can go near that, because that's what I'll think about as I continue. Oh, this vine chair could work. If I put it inside, would it actually hang off the ceiling? That'd be much better if it did. Oh, there we go. Just like a little fittings. Ooh. Oh, so pretty. Okay. I have 3 stars. Because I got KK to show up for my 3-star island. We can use any fence we want. The hedge is a fence as well. I only threw in a stone fence here because we were already on a rock island. Anyway, I got 3 stars a while ago on my new island. But I don't have Brewster, so I'm not sure what requirement I'm missing. And that pigeon milk's no lie. You get to know Brewster well enough and he'll give it to you. So anyway, it seems like, for story's sake and 3 hopes, that you have all the house leaders unified against a single objective. So I know a lot of people are thinking that this will be an alternate version of the story where you can get a happy ending with all 3 of them. Since in the original game, the whole point is that their 3 nations go to war. And very hard to come across a war where everyone can come out on top. Yeah, I've been checking with him every day, even giving him fossils and artwork to check on a regular basis. So, I don't know what I'm missing. Maybe I'll look it up some other time. Oh, there's no space left. Maybe I can put the tent up here by the hedges. This space. Where would a campfire be? Oh, there is one. Somewhere in this vast, vast menu. Oh, housewares. Okay, I'm sorting alphabetically. There it is. I do have Cap'n. Do I need to use Cap'n more? Is that the idea? Because I've used Cap'n once. But then I was putting my miles towards other things. So I could go talk to Cap'n more. That's a possibility. Something to consider. Alright, we can come back to Topiary, but I already clicked on the house. So let's talk the house. We can keep that shape, or we can go in a slightly different direction. How Japanese do we think Bob would be? And just because your island is 2 stars doesn't mean that you don't have valuable information. Don't have to sell yourself short. Alright, the curved design gives us access to thatching, stone, or wood. Following colors. So, scrolling down the list. Ooh. That's the whole list. Ooh. That's green wood. That's green stone. Wait. Gotta be stone, right? That mint blue goes with it. Oh. Or this brown stucco. Or white. Or gray. Or orange. Is Isabel still giving you a hard time? And we can go all out with the green door. Or not. Wooden door. Red wooden. Maple wooden door. Congratulations. Well, hey. You know, it's very appropriate because you reached the number 4 without the number 3. Like, fits right into your whole username motif. It's like a cosmic sign. You planned it this way the whole time, you just didn't know it. I mean, you totally knew it. Completely. You wouldn't have it any other way. I like how that cyan matches the green stones a bit. Green apple or purple door. Purple would suit him as a cat, I mean, of a purple fur color. He could barricade himself behind an iron door. Iron is impressive. Iron comes in red. Nope, no purple. Unfortunately. I don't know why all the doors can't have all the colors, but that's the way they made it. I'd err on green iron door if we're going iron. Personally. How about the skull? Oh, there's only 2 skulls. That's not a lot to pick from. Let's just take a quick look around and see how things are working out. And I heard the request for topiary, so don't worry, I'm still gonna come back to that. Fortunately, I can't turn the camera. Oh, there we go. That's as low as I can get the camera. Unless I go into camera mode. In which case. And this. La 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 la. La la. Ooh, it's a very welcoming door. Doody doody doo. Can I seriously not turn once I've done this? Because I wanted to check out the sides. Oh my god, I didn't think I was gonna tilt that way. There sure are. I didn't mean to take that photo, but okay. There, now I'm facing this way. No, 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 keep... Camera. Why did you turn that way? Is that really the only way you can turn for that? Guess so. Oh, slight disappointment and all. Let's just activate that for good measure. Okay, topiary and welcome now. Remind me. Right now it's sorted. Rock. Ooh. Hello. Prize box. Here's that stuff. I wonder if I can do this. Curse you, Animal Crossing entrance ways and your lack of symmetry. Oh wait, that might be some. Oh. Oh, I don't think I'll be able to put a welcome mat down. Oh, wait. Actually, in fact, I know I can't put a welcome mat down because that's for the inside only. That won't show up on our outdoor. Okay, well. Can I put these types of bushes on the island? No. Because there's no... Well, that might be what we gotta go with. Can't see me, but I'm entering the house. You don't know. Alright, Bob's required packages include the tulip surprise box. Oh wait, sorry. The tulip, and also the tulip. My bad. I mean, Bob's a real lover boy. So he's all about those tulips, any chance he can get. Hey, Adam. I've only been going for a little over a half hour so far, so I've got possibly... Oh yeah, I tend to wrap at 11-ish Eastern, so that's another 2 hours I could potentially go. Maybe even longer because it's the weekend. It really depends on just how the stream's going. Generally, if people are around, I will go longer than if people are not around. Anyway, I had a viewer request for Bob here, so I borrowed from my mom's collection. He's with us now, and he wants an indoor garden home. We're just now getting to the inside after 40 minutes. That's how we do things. I feel that pain. For a while, when I was at college, the Wii U was the most recent console. And, like, I got it right before college. But I naturally didn't want to pack up the most recent modern console, at least on the Nintendo side of things, and bring it to college where I was forced to have a roommate and live with other people. Where's the flowered, here we go. Here's the type of walls and floors that he's at. Rose, brown floral, meadow. Anyway, my point was, It was around senior year when I finally got a place of my own and was like, okay, now I'll bring the Wii U. That was around when Xenoblade Chronicles X came out, so it was very nice to have access to it. Speaking of which, I plan on streaming that game soon. But I've got plans for it. You have no idea the sorts of plans that are going on in my mind. They're the types of plans that can only be explained when I put out a video about it. Well, that wall's got some flowers on it. Well, that OLED said that the OLED said I can talk. The OLED should serve you well. Why was that so hard to say? What if I just did this? It's Bob. Also Bob. Did I mention? Bob. Did someone mention a welcome mat? Welcome to Bob. And Bob. And Bob. Comes in white and yellow. Well, I'm sorry about that. I can at least relate on the whole don't want to send it in for sentiment thing. I have a controller of a more limited color scheme, and I'm afraid that if I send that one in, then I won't get it back. Who knows if they'd listen. On the bright side, I assume that 500 includes the OLED. What sort of ceiling stuff have we got? Alright, I wanted to check on that vine chair. See if it actually hangs off of it. Not really. It says it's a hanging chair, but like... Put it on the wall? I don't think so. Get it on the ceiling? I doubt it. Yeah, it just moves me back to the floor. Whew. Wait, 116 for the repair? That is absurd. Now, Adam, as someone who enjoys the Switch, I have an important question for you. If you were to receive one at a point in time, would you, in any capacity, for any reason, turn it down? I have a plan, by the way. This is just a hypothetical situation. Someone wants to gift you a Switch, possibly for a special occasion. Do you say no? Let's assume there is no catch, and that it is a gift. Possibly even for, like, a birthday or a holiday. Something you would expect to get a gift from. Okay, so with that response in mind, maybe the upstairs can focus on this Nordic stuff, and the downstairs can be the garden itself, which is gonna be, I mean, right now it's looking like a relatively comedic garden, unless we do want to put the Nordic stuff down here and have like a more garden-y garden upstairs. Well, that great hypothetical friend might be your brother. And that brother might be me. To my brother. Last Christmas. Actually, no, not last Christmas. The Christmas before. It was Christmas 2020. And I gave him a Switch. And he said, no thanks. He does not have one because he switched over to Xbox when Nintendo botched the Wii U. But by the time 2020 came along, there was enough stuff that he was like borrowing my mom's Switch to play. And he was getting his girlfriend the Switch Lite for Animal Crossing. So I thought, here's one that they can dock and play together, and they can go between each other's islands, and it'll be cute and nice. And then when more stuff comes out that he wants to play, he can just play it. Now, I bring this up now, because you know what the past few days have been? See, what's happened over the past few days is the following. Pokemon Legends Arceus comes out. My brother hasn't played a Pokemon game since Black and White. However, he's drawn to this one. And he's borrowed my copy, and he's now in the third area. And he's playing it on my mom's. And you know what happened at the Direct? We only talked a little bit about the Direct so far, but they announced 2 games that he's absolutely gonna want to play. One, Mario Strikers Battle League. He played the original 2 Mario Strikers to death. He's been waiting for a new one. Now it exists. The other, by that same token, is Nintendo Switch Sports. Like, sports games are kind of his thing, and we got 2 big ones at the last Direct. So he really should have just kept the Switch. So here's what happened with the Switch. The Switch I bought him was a version 2 Switch, the invisible upgrade that had the better battery life overall. At the time, I was still playing on a version 1 Switch, and the OLED had not yet been announced. So, I told myself that if he declined the gift, because he has a history of declining gifts, he's very, very hard to gift for. So I told myself, okay, he might be an idiot and decline the gift. Yeah, the red box up from the white box. I was playing a white box Switch. I was giving him a red box Switch because that was in the market at that point. So I told myself if he said no, then I am going to trade in the white box Switch for whatever value I can get out of it and keep the red box Switch for myself. Yes, I did. Now, if you're curious, when the OLED came out, I did, in fact, upgrade to the OLED, as did my mom. But rather than transfer it, I have a very specific reason for holding on to it, and it's still in its box, like, stored away, in case I ever need it. I didn't trade that one in because... A few more flowers out here. I didn't trade that one in because of Nintendo Labo. I have covered a good amount of Nintendo Labo on this channel. You know, those cardboard kittens. And I knew that the Switch OLED was a slightly larger model in handheld mode. And one of the Labo kits is the VR one, which you very specifically have to play in handheld. So, I held on to the original because I want to go back to Labo, and I'm the type of person who will totally go back to Labo. Then that's the model I'm going to play it on. Now, if you're not into Labo, you'd probably be a fool to hang on to a Switch version 2 and a Switch OLED for yourself. But if you're like me, then it's like, oh, I see the logic. These are pretty. Oh, purple. Hey, a fellow Labo fan. You know, I still have the VODs of when I assembled most of the Labo kits on stream. Yeah, I did extensive testing for myself once I had the OLED in hand. I got every Labo thing that I could possibly think of and tested out. Does the OLED fit in here? Now, for a majority of Labo products, the OLED will fit. There's enough leeway that on some of them, you'll get that experience. But there are some exceptions, which is why I had to hang on to the other model. The biggest exception is the VR goggle. You can get the OLED in there. Because, you know, it slides in. You'd expect that it might hang out the sides a bit, but you have to hold on to the goggles anyway, so it doesn't matter if it hangs out an extra millimeter, except it does. For a few reasons. Once it's in the goggles, and the VR mode activates, you're left with this, you know what, I'll maybe put that upstairs. Ooh, purple! Oh man, I'm tempted to nix one of these rows, put the bed in between them, have it be like a sort of sexy shrine. Okay, you know what? Alright. Now fuck the red and yellow rows, and let's... for symmetry. Yeah, I'm not really into the hacking scene. I need candles. Guys, I need candles. I don't know if this is gonna be better or worse than the last home we made, but I need candles. Ooh, wall-mounted candle. You know, Hypno KK might be the right song choice after all. Well, you have a good night, Adam. Thank you for dropping in and talking Switch. Oh no, this is one of the most immature things I've ever done. That's what the M rating should be. The M rating should be immaturity. Forget this vine chair, I'll use this corner for the music box. Welcome. Now I need some of those smaller candles. I know they're smaller up candles you can put out. I need those. I need those so bad. Where are you hiding them from, game? Yes! This is the one I was thinking of right here, the glass holder. Oh yeah, we'll bring out the food, but the lighting is first and foremost on my mind right now. Thinking ocean. Yeah, maybe we don't need the fry holder thingy. We were talking food. But anyway, yeah, Mario Strikers and Nintendo Switch Sports. I'm gonna pick up Nintendo Switch Sports. It's a budget title. You can actually see when it's listed that it's gonna be $40 instead of the full $60 price. So that's nice. You know, that's just such a basic game that I'm gonna end up playing with people I know. That, of course I'm gonna pick that one up. But Mario Strikers was a lot more my brother's thing than my thing. But still, both of those being in that direct was like the ultimate, hey, maybe you had the right idea 2 Christmases. Oh, there was an aroma pot? Hold on. It's so hard to find things. White, brown, green, cream, black. How about green? Destroys the dreams of Resort 2. Yeah, Resort was enough. And I don't think this one is gonna have the sort of open island to explore, like how you could fly around the resort or bike around the resort, or how archery took place in different parts of the island. All that sort of stuff. I mean, heck, even the sword play, they're bringing back the sword play where you're above the water and you gotta knock your opponent in. But swordplay in Sports Resort had that extra showdown mode where you would go through different areas of the island and beat down hordes of Miis. Careful, it's still spelled W-E because it's not first party. You have a sequel game to get to at some point. This is purple by default. I don't see any reason to. Yeah, I think they would have gotten in trouble if they put out a game that had Wii. Well, actually, no. I think there were. I think the issue would have been if it was like the first word of the title like that, because I'm pretty sure there's some third-party offerings that are like this game for the Nintendo Wii in the title. I'm pretty sure Deal or No Deal for the Nintendo Wii is one of them. Or maybe I've just heard the phrase Deal or No Deal for the Nintendo Wii so many times through Steven Plays that I just assume it's part of the title. But there might be some out there that are like Nintendo Wii Edition or for the Nintendo Wii, and that's fine because they're just saying the name of the console that the game is for. You had to be first party to have an official WII something title. You think that the gear is gonna be like microtransactions? I wouldn't be worried about that. I'll take the L if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that no Mario sports game to date has had that issue. And then again, I guess other Mario sports games haven't had gear or costume, really. I mean, they kinda still do costumes, sort of. You can unlock a few in Mario Golf by playing online. There were a few in Mario Tennis Aces as well, and you have to play online in events to get them. I feel like I was looking for something and I lost track, and now I remember I was looking for food, but for some reason I can't find the food. Oh, here's the food. Oops. That's gonna set them. Extravagant meal sounds promising. Can't just have it on the floor, though. We can put something else out. Bento box. One day a star Or is that what the extravagant meal is? Oh, cookies. We'll tempt them with cookies. Well, that's an indoor garden, I guess. Bob, 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 Bob. Wait, actually, are the other two Bobs too much? Now that I've got, like, that ring of candles around the center Bob? Should it just be the one Bob now? That was originally thinking, like, aisles that all had Bob growing out. Okay, we can still have triple Bob. How many? I was trying to put that on the wall, but I guess I can't. There we go. Art. Blue, yellow, red, darker blue. Are in Bob's domain. Double check C also. Oh wait, I have a candle chandelier. Can't have too many candles, right, Bob? Oh wait. Maybe. Oh, that makes sense. I see what you mean. I don't really get that correct. That's actually good, because then these can... It's not really an arch anymore, unless you count the chandelier as part of it, which I suppose you could. These were a bit close to the ground, it felt a bit weird. That can be more flush with the wall now, okay. This is absolutely Bob's day. Let me in the bed, darn it. Guess you can't get on the bed from the side. Which makes the way I set it up a bit impractical, but it's about the showmanship, right? Thinking KK Tango. I've got a limited selection right now, so... there's swing, there's tango. Oops, that's not. It was Bob's choice after all. In the Bob menu, there is the Hypno. And now if I were to come up here, where we can put the actual... I still need the yellow and red tulips, they just weren't matching what we ended up doing downstairs in the end. Okay, so maybe I can put out a bit of this Nordic stuff. What sort of color have we got? Oh, there's a lot of options. That's a lot of options. Don't do this to me, game. Don't do this. Ah, this is the only one with flowers on it. But butterflies also fit. And it can rain in a garden. You might grow oranges in a garden. Wait, there are more flowers. These are just bigger flowers that you would grow in a garden. Dots are what you would use to mark planting territories in the garden. Leaves absolutely show up in the garden. And triangles. Don't get me started on all the gardening triangles. There's like trigonometry involved in the angle of placement of the tulips and carrots. I don't even believe what I'm saying. The Nordic flower triangles? Maybe this. Might help if we made... I always find it helpful to do the wall and floor decision before all the furniture like, around it. This. But I'm thinking like one of these. Probably that. If I go to the full floor section, do I have any other sort of grassy stuff? There's also this. That would fit. Don't. Tulip Mania. Oh, what does it look like when I place... Where is it? We had... Oh, that is what that looks like. Automatically come in places. Okay, onto the wall. His section of the catalog, he's got this. Use that one downstairs. Got these windows. In the dude. Those are the oh wait, there's only what were they speculating about? Between the pink and the window, unless there's something better in the full wall section. Log cabin. Dojo. Wearing wood. Pink wood. Modern wood. Go. Dude. Oh, that type of speculation. Sorry, when I hear speculation, I think of, like, pre-direct, what are they gonna show? Isn't English great with all its words? Same word, but different thing. How come this isn't in your catalog, Bob? Purple! You put the white rose wall in your catalog, but not the purple... Bob! Bob, do you know yourself? I feel like Bob doesn't know who he is. There's also the option to just cover the wall in ivy. Or to give him a mountainous meadow. I'm trying to make it more autumny, but I'd use this wall in Mallory's home. There's also the accent wall option. Could be like... Hold on. Hold on. Where was it? I passed it. Where is that? There it is. Like, there's this, right? But... might be that somewhere over there, there's a meadow. Or that's where the meadow is. Off in the distance. Across the ocean. Because, we're completely sea-locked. Not land-locked, but sea-locked. Locked in by the sea. Alright, now to make Tulip Mania happen. Perhaps this room can be a bit bigger. Right. The plan. Oh, I haven't done a room like this shit. And I could also just make it as big as possible. I mean, like, you want piles of cash in here? Ooh, I like that. I could imagine 4x4 being a good size for a jail cell. Maybe someone made a prison. And they're like, on this story, we have a small 4x4 room, and we use the jail bars, and we maybe give them a toilet. Alright, so Bob has a smaller, more intimate space downstairs, but up above, even though it might not make archaeological. I was about to say archaeological, and architectural. I swear I know things, and that I'm not in it. Somehow, it's much larger up here. Okay, before you say anything, I'm gonna like alternate the. I think Bob would have a goldfish. I'll put one just in case. I don't have an iguana option, unfortunately. And there's no iguana villagers for us to use as a roommate either. Not that I remember. Pretty sure Nat and Flick are the only lizards. Animal Crossing history. A zen place. Downstairs was pretty zen. For Bob, at least. Maybe I should have had one of these downstairs. Ah, no, we'll do some. That's not gonna lie. Could go next. Was I off mute? What's the point of a mute button if it doesn't work? Okay, well, you might have heard that then. I left Arceus out there in case my brother wanted to play it again. So that we wouldn't be interrupted, but he didn't notice. Anyway. Oh, good, a bit. I feel like mute is either a state of being or not. I'm sure there's a picnic basket thing in here somewhere. Art Terrier, tea set. Oh, you could probably come. Anyway, this was a terrible joke. I tried to put sushi next to the fish. The white one's got flowers and stuff on it. There's the picnic basket. The yellow one's got green stuff inside. Swapping the floors is gonna be a bit of work. So, I'll be frank, I don't really want to. There's not like an easy way to do it that I can think of. Wait, wrong one. Trying to help out with two. No. One would hope. If the game decides at some point, hey, did you ever want to switch what's on which floor? Now you can do this. Then I'll come back here and do it. But until such a time, and I can't say with any certainty that that would happen, but until such a time, I am just gonna be like, that kind of looks like a picnic blanket. Rid of. Can't change the color. Are there any other ones? I've had this on his list. Perhaps that works. He's got the same sort of sheet in blue and purple. Well, they said that version 2.0 was the last free update the game was gonna get. Then they introduced this paid DLC. So unless they do more paid DLC, this is where we're at. What works best as a picnic? Or we could go back to the heart. Oh, I could go back downstairs and put a heart under the bed. It says white rose rug on the description, but it looks more purple than... I have my doubt. But hey, Mario Kart 8 got it, so nothing's impossible anymore. I'm looking forward to that. I've got a group that I still play Mario Kart with fairly regularly, and it gets a little tedious playing the exact same courses so much. So doubling the track amount is very welcome. Well, Tortimer's in the version 2.0 update, but not with his whole island. Insanely good or insanely bad, because it's the same exchange rate as the Wii U DLC was. I've never played Mario Kart 7. Absolutely it is. Okay, because yeah, when they added the Wii U DLC, which is just part of the base game in Deluxe, but it was DLC on the Wii U when they added the Zelda and the Animal Crossing stuff. So that was $12.50 for 32 courses. Wait, not 30. How many was it? Four. That doesn't add up. 24? No. Actually, it was only... Wait, 8 Deluxe might be a better ratio then. I thought that the Wii U got half as many tracks at half the price, and so it was effectively the same unit pricing. But Wii U might have actually gotten 16 courses for $12.50. This is 3 times as many for twice the price. Unless you're an NSO member and you don't care about ownership. But that's the thing. I don't like them adding it to expansion pass because I like to own things. I don't want to have to worry about, I don't know how they're going to handle it when... And this is a long time away, but what happens when online for the Switch shuts down? Right? It hasn't shut down on Wii U yet, but the Wii did. Can't shop there anymore. Can't use the internet connection unless you're in the modding scene. So, like, some distant day in the future when the Switch's online infrastructure is just gone, then what happens? If I was using NSO to pay for the DLC, and then the online shuts down, does that mean that I lose it and can never buy it? Would they gift it to NSO users when they decide to shut it down and be like, okay, now you can download it, as long as you were an NSO member? No, I don't think Nintendo has. By the way, which of these rugs works best? So anyway, the DLC that I'm playing right now for Animal Crossing, I'm not an NSO expansion pack member, so I bought this. That means that I own it, it's downloaded onto the Switch, and in my purchase history, so like, this is mine. Not a physical product, but... I won't have to worry about it. And so I've done the same for Mario Kart. I've actually pre-ordered the DLC pass. And the other thing about purchasing it instead of NSO is that I was able to put gold points on it. You can't use a gold point discount on NSO, so I'm actually getting it cheaper than 25 because I had enough points saved up. Alright, I'm going to try and throw a few more things in here so that we can possibly wrap up this house. I know I've been kind of... We got into a few conversation topics, which is always nice. But I also want to finish the house at a reasonable hour, so... I'm gonna try and throw a few more things out there, but I'll also try and rattle off a bit more. Oh god, my Nintendo. That whole thing. Naturally. You know, that can sit next to fish, that's reasonable. A few more tulips to fill some gaps. Get more manic. Alright, I got what? Yeah. Let me sort alphabetical. Not class Joker. Fragrant sticks could work, but I was thinking, yeah. Oh my god, when I drag this along, you can actually see the smoke moving. Over them. Back to types. Kitchen if downstairs is the bedroom. He had to have prepared that food somewhere, I guess. I'm gonna come back to that after I'm done mounting stuff on the wall. Of course it would be gold. Bob is all about that. Reef. Reef. Also, reef, sure. We can have, like, all the reef. Okay, what was that thing, Kitchen? How you prepare your picnic. We can either go, if we want green, we can either go with the avocado that has the tannish grill, or the white table has a green grill. And I'll move the mum cushion over, and that'll give me some space for the cooking to happen. Now you can just sit by the picnic blanket. Alright. How's that looking? Just stretching for. Point up. There we go. Go butt down. Alright, well, then double check down here and outside and we'll be good. I still don't know how I ended up doing this, but I'm so happy I did. Oh, I'm probably just gonna use the photo I already took. But which photo should we get the... Not photo. I already took a photo of the house in the upstairs, and I think that works. But which room should we do the montage in? Or the outside? We got the up, down, or out. Bob, I see you staring. This what he does all day? He sits on the job. Well, do the montage then. It's ready. Of course, I worked hard on it. A blooming indoor garden. Looks more like that upstairs, trust me. Smelling those cookies, eh? Bow chicka bow wow, but you're a cat, so it's more like bow chicka bow meow. Or bow chicka meow wow. Yeah, that's the one. Bow chicka meow wow. Why do I do these things? People need to stop me saying stuff. I know you don't know that I'm gonna say it, but you need to stop me anyway. I will come back and play with you for sure, Bob. Don't take that the wrong way. Now what's going on? That call was an inquiry about vacation homes. The caller saw a photo of one that you designed and asked about getting a home of their own. Do I know who this client is? That was my 20th home? Congratulations, Bob. You're the owner of home number 20. As a reminder, I didn't stream all 20 of those, but they happened. It'd be nice to celebrate again, so I reserved us a spot for a party. Ah, you reserved the cafe that I built. Congrats on designing 20 homes. I wouldn't say I blew through them. I took my sweet time. Congrats again. Everyone has a glass of juice ready, right? Bonnie, it didn't really look like it was going in your mouth. Grub is on me, dig it. You are in fact very busy. We made a school and many vacation homes, also this cafe, and a proper restaurant. I mean, look, I have to respect what she does back at the office, but I don't know how much she's doing the work. Something? Well, hear me out. I was thinking it'd be fun to hold a special event on this island. A music festival. I know a little bit about that. I've been trying to think of things that would make our clients happy and joyful. When they go back to their daily lives, I want them to have happy memories. An event on the scale I'm thinking of will require help from the entire team, though. Well, keep in mind, this island is a completely separate currency from the main island. He pays me in Poke, so I don't know how many Poke... I don't know the bell to Poke conversion rate. Of course I'm in, even if I didn't want to. Oh my god, wait, you could probably make some sort of comparison to Bitcoin. Although we do get to buy physical goods on this island, so I don't know if it's quite that much of a scam. For the time being, we should increase the number of folks on the island. Let's work towards getting 10 more clients into home. And finishing the island's facilities. a few more vacation homes until we can work on the next facility. I guess this will still be going for a little while. You can leave the event venue up to Nico. Okay. I'm amazing. Ollie likes... When I was small, alright, smaller, my grandma told me there used to be big festivals on this island. I think it was back when my great something grandma. A nice place. 20 clients, consider me impressed, my friend. Pressing A when not facing someone makes you do this. I'm trying to talk to you. Alright, well, I'm leaving this. Okay, what else happened in the direct? Fire Emblem Warriors, already mentioned that. Talked about Mario Kart. And Mario Strikers and Twitch Sport. Live Alive looks cool. That's a Never Left Japan game that sort of inspired Octopath. Oh, you're one of those people who knew about Live Alive prior to the direct. I did not. Now, I'm convinced to pick it up as long as the game aren't, like... As long as there's not too many games to play by the time that comes out. But right now, it looks to have July all to itself. I don't know if that'll stay true, because Splatoon... Alright, it does share it with Klonoa, which I never got to play on the original Wii. And I do like me my platformers. Oh my god, it's Egbert. Your floor. But yeah, I'm kind of convinced that Nintendo's gonna station, Splatoon for July, Splatoon 3. All they said so far was summer, and I think that's really stupid that we didn't get a date. That was a hugely disappointing trailer, I gotta say. I felt like the direct was not perfect. There was pacing problems all over the place, and Splatoon was probably the biggest example of that. Because all they showed was that Salmon Run is returning, which is cool, and it does have new features, and egg throwing is really gonna change things. But they show us a mode that comes from Splatoon 2. It's not terribly new or different. When did they give that date? I heard nothing about that date. In the direct, it said summer. I'm not sure where you're getting that from. And if they have a date, then why didn't they just mention it at the direct? What? QR code in the... What do they think they're pulling? Okay, man. Gotta say, I feel like it'd be more of a July game. And, you know, I was expecting Splatoon to come out in the summer. I didn't need the Direct to tell me that it was probably a summer game. Because Splatoon 3's main demographic is kids. And when do kids have the most time to play an online game with each other? The summer. Because the schools are out. So of course they were going to try and get it out in the summer. And Splatoon's always had a rolling content update model, so it didn't matter if it had all the maps at launch. Or whatever, because they were just going to update it later. So of course they were going to push it to summer. Plus the past 2 releases have been in the summer, May and July, respectively. So, yeah, I can't say I was surprised. The trailer felt like it went on for a while just to be like, here's little things we did for Salmon Run. Again, cool, but still. Oh, I know that guy. I may have written that guy a theme song. Not like an official one that he uses, but a fan project. I'll keep up the chat and I'll just do little miscellaneous things around the main island. But anyway, Splatoon 3 had a drawn-out trailer. Yes, I saw the video. I'm on their Patreon. I wrote them theme songs as a fan thing. They, like, know who I am, so that's cool. And by them, I mean all of them, not just the one who ran that account. Anyway. Splatoon had a drawn-out trailer. MLB The Show for Switch had a really annoying trailer with that guy with the smoking voice talking through the whole thing. Like, oh, you're getting this port that was gonna be PlayStation exclusive. Move on already. And there was another trailer that went on really long. Well, the Nintendo Switch Sports segments was a bit longer than it needed to be too, although I was a bit more invested in that because we hadn't seen the game before, and they were at least trying to be entertaining with the skit. But yeah, that one was a bit long. I swear, there was one more ludicrously long segment for what it needed. Which one was that? Well, if you want to see a sports game trailer done right, look in the same direct at how they revealed Mario Strikers. I feel like that justified its runtime. No, that was quick enough. They didn't touch on it too much. And I'm blanking. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe there wasn't another long drawn-out segment. Okay, sure, if you mean like the realistic sports games. Yeah, I'd agree, it's hard for me to find interest in those. But still, if they kept it more concise, then it'd be fine. Like, there's an audience for it. Not me. That's fine, but yeah, keep things moving. No, haven't talked about Kirby yet, and that was a weird one. Because going into the Direct, I expected no Kirby. Because they had Twitter dropped the release date trailer last month. And it was coming in March. It's like, okay, they might briefly mention it, but we're not going to get anything huge for Kirby. No, it turns out Kirby is huge because he's trying to swallow very realistic objects that don't quite fit. So, I'll give them credit. It was a feature we didn't know about that might sell some people on the game. In fact, it was multiple features because it wasn't just mouthful mode, it was also the copy ability upgrading. I'd argue that's more interesting. But I just don't get why they did the release date trailer on its own on Twitter, and then also did this trailer in the Direct. Like, I feel like if it was up to me, I would have just done this trailer in the Direct without the one prior, and used the Direct to announce the release date alongside this mouthful mode trailer. Like, why both? Because the Direct trailer was strong. I don't feel like it was a waste of a trailer. It's just a bit redundant with how that release date happened. And that would have been another bonus little surprise in the Direct, like, wow, Kirby's only a month away, it's coming in March. We didn't know that. I've played a vast majority of the Kirby games, so I was sold on Forgotten Land practically from the moment I saw it. I have some reservations about their ability to level design in 3D, but it's looking more promising with each trailer. Because, you know, just making the game 3D is not gonna make it good. Oh, Squeak Squad is actually one of the few that I have not played. So, if that was in there, I did not know it. Anyway, just making a 3D space. Not necessarily good level design. It might end up being barren or uninteresting in some regard. We haven't seen this team do 3D before, but then, like I said, it is looking more and more promising as time goes on and we see more of it. So I have slightly higher expectations now. But I was always going to pick up the game, even with those reservations. Alright, what else did we have? I did correctly predict that Triangle Strategy would get one more demo that incorporated the feedback prior to release, and I do intend on streaming at least the beginning of that prologue demo to get some first impressions up here, because I'm interested in that one. I liked Octopath Traveler, and I've gotten more into strategy RPGs over the last few years, so I do want to give this one a chance, and I'm glad there's another demo that starts right at the beginning. I think we briefly saw one of the sub-games, like, in the release date trailer, the one that I mentioned that feels redundant. You could see Kirby working at the cafe in Waddle Dee Town. That appears to be a mini-game. And fishing might be considered a mini-game, since you got that fishing Waddle Dee. Hello. Oh, wow. Interesting. Interesting that you say that. Because... hold on 1 second here while I pull this up. Okay, well, it's interesting you say that because that's what you said the last time you were here, too. And you jumped immediately to that instead of actually wanting to be part of the stream, so bye. They don't even remember that they tried to do this to me the last time. Unbelievable. Gave them a chance. Wanted to see where they'd go after they said hi. Yeah, mass attack's okay. So, the last time, this actually gives me a chance to explain a little something about the Discord server and how that works. The last time they were here, they didn't jump immediately to their plug. Right, I didn't quite know that they were going in that direction. They stuck around for a little while and they were like, hey, can I get some feedback on this stuff? Like, that maybe you're not looking for a new design right now, but can I send you some stuff anyway? And I was like, okay, the Discord, there's a command for that. And it pulled up. But you'll notice, they've never shown up in the Discord, despite having the invite. And it's because of that consent form at the very beginning. Right, you've got to read... Well, you don't necessarily have to read the rules, but you do have to check the box that you agree to them before any of the other channels open up. And so that feature is working as intended. Because instead of some random person showing up and posting their stuff without any sort of prompting, it's making sure that the people who are there actually want to be there. And if someone ignores that and gets in anyway, then I can go all mod on them. But, yeah. I didn't have to ban them because they never let themselves in. I learned that trick from Mandu. He set up another server that way. So, totally stole that from him, but it works. Alright, so of course the last thing in the direct was Xenoblade Chronicles 3, and man, I am hyped. I don't know what I'm gonna do with myself in September. Nope, they couldn't be bothered. It's instant gratification or it's nothing. It's like that with a lot of people. At least the general trolls and chills out there. But Xenoblade 3, oh my god, I was freaking out. I heard the rumors about it, like, from... The original rumor started when a voice actor from Xenoblade 1 had apparently done an interview where it was suggested that they were just working on another Xenoblade. That didn't go anywhere for a little while, but fast forward, and yeah, that was true. There were no spoilers of sorts in that interview, just the fact that it was happening. And that it would be set in the future. But do I have a lot of thoughts that I don't want to share because I don't want to drive people away from playing the first two games. Because all the thoughts I have are around, like, oh, I played the first 2 games and I see things that are spoiler-filled. And I'm sorry someone tried to do that. I hope things are better for you these days. Well, yeah, that's like I said. Sometimes just denying instant gratification is enough to drive people off. And your mileage is going to vary based on the type of person. Of course, there are people who want to harass and are more dedicated to it. In which case, it takes much more than one no. But the fact that it works at all on some people is handy. It's amazing how much... Oh my god, really? What can I possibly be? Oh, right, I picked up a bunch of shells. I don't need these 3 extra stones right now. What's this recipe? All cardboard boxes. Yeah, let's end the night on KK. That's the mood. I think we're laid back at this point in the night. Alright, very excited for Xenoblade. I've played 1. I've played 2. Actually, well, here's my history. I found out about 1. Like a lot of people, I found out about it through the Chugga Conroy video. I watched that through, and that was enough to convince me that when the next one came out, X, I mean, who knew that there was gonna be a next one? And X was, of course, radically different. It's completely separate from Xenoblade 1 and 2. That was my first exposure to it, and I put 200 hours into it, so... needless to say, I stuck around. Then, I actually backtracked to the original Xenoblade 1 to play it for myself. There's actually value in playing it, even if you know the story, because the game is so good about foreshadowing. The second time through, things take on very different meaning. So it was an interesting experience knowing the story, but then actually playing the core game for myself. And the reason I played 1 on the Wii U Virtual Console was because at that point Xenoblade 2 had been announced. And I knew I was going to jump into that one as soon as it came out. So I got caught up on Xenoblade 1, even though they were saying Xenoblade 2 is separate, you don't need to play 1. And that's true. You can totally play Xenoblade 2 without playing 1. But I would still recommend playing 1 first if you're going to give the series a shot. Now, Xenoblade 3 is looking like not a good place to start, because I see elements in it from both 1 and 2, and maybe a little bit of X, even though that was totally separate from 1 and 2. I might be imagining the stuff about X, but man. And he had the 3 reveal after the series. So I know I'm gonna lose myself in Xenoblade Chronicles 3. But I'm seeing elements from both the previous games, but reworked to fit this new world set in the future. It's really cool stuff. And it's definitely... I was always thinking about, with how much I enjoy playing the Xenoblade games, even on repeat, about bringing it to the channel at one point. And if the art style didn't jive or the graphics didn't jive, then that's fine, that's your own thing. Who was my favorite of the bunch, but, you know, not perfect. But anyway, how much I enjoy playing the Xenoblade games, it's definitely... This announcement has definitely spurred along the fact that I wanted to do Xenoblade on the channel. But it's tough, because not everyone's interested in it. Not everyone's interested in it, and it's such a long game. And the longer the game stays on a channel, the less likely you're gonna have people watching it. Just as a general rule of thumb. That's why I never finished Tokyo Mirage Sessions when I was streaming it. It was going on for a while, people stopped watching, called it off. I don't want that to happen for Xenoblade, though. So I am making plans to cut down on how much it's going to eat up the channel. So, I'm picking Xenoblade Chronicles X because it's been the longest since I played it, and it's totally separate from 1 and 2, so if I manage to somehow convince anyone to give 1 or 2 a shot, then I don't spoil it for them, because there's nothing in X that spoils either game. But also, it's the least story-focused. Okay, so I've tried doing pre-recorded YouTube stuff before in terms of gameplay. Hasn't totally worked out. Plus, there's only so much time in a day, so generally with full-time job, getting piano stuff ready, putting out those much smaller videos, like, hey, here's a cover of a song, it only takes a few minutes to watch. Between that and still wanting to do this Twitch side of things where I can talk with people like you in the moment, really eats up the time, and I'm never sure when I could get around to recording. But don't worry, I have plans. So Xenoblade X is the least story focused, it's very gameplay focused. And so what I'm thinking involves using this Happy Home Paradise approach, where I'm not doing every single little thing on stream. But for all the major moments, we would check back in on the stream. I also have a plan that would make it so that the community influences what we do in the game, because it's a very open-ended world. You can go in any direction. You can meet different characters. You can ignore others. You can be like, I want to try doing this thing, or I want to try fighting that enemy. And your experience could be different from others depending on which way you choose to go. Occasionally, you need to check in on the story to make some forward progress, but there's a lot of in-between where it's very freeform. So I've got plans to make it where all of you can influence exactly what we're doing in those streams. I'm hoping that helps with the engagement piece. Or instead of it being me wandering around the world for 200 hours, we're just doing chunks of that world that seem the most interesting. But I'm planning a video that goes over the full details of what I'd have in mind. Whew. But before that happens, I'm gonna try triangle strategy. I'm gonna keep chipping away at homes here and check back in on stream when I've got another major Happy Home Paradise event to go through. And I gotta do the piano for the one. Hey. I'm one guy, I can only do so much, but I have so many things I want to do. Alright, I've been talking long enough. I'll see you on the next stream, whichever game that may be. Whether it's this one, whether we do triangle, whether I'm playing the piano. I wonder if I'm listening. Got your sentence in time. You have my attention. Meantime, let me pan over to the gyroid. Do you not want to say it anymore? Oh, well. You mean like doing other games in between? Not necessarily anything. Because if I do the not important stuff in between streams more quickly, then it's possible I can just jump from one stream to the next without having to, like, break it up. I've been breaking up Happy Home Paradise a bit because... yeah, Happy Home Paradise takes a bit longer because I go overly detailed on every single house. I'm unsure myself. This would be a very experimental thing, and I wouldn't know for sure until I really start doing it. But if that happens, then find a different game that's shorter. Or a game that's more evergreen. Like, I was doing Splatoon for a little while. That's a game that you can play anytime. So there's other games like that too. But anyway, we'll get more into that in the future as things come closer. Whether it's here on the Discord, wherever. Alright, now for real until the next time. Have a good night.